Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
They're on the 29 line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Hand off to the back. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down. him back on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Stroud now on 3rd. Hits his running back. He does it. Touchdown! The Blues finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Blues will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
From the 32. He completes it in traffic. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just fine.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Brandon Jones. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Stroud now. Brought in by Turner. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
It's complete to Turner. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third down from the gun. Touchdown! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Blues drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Brown with a return here. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that return right near the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This, our last play of the quarter. Receiver in motion, going left. Here he is on 3rd and long. Walker hauls it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. We will keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's Lance. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lance. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Again, this is Mitchell. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's Mitchell again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now it's Lance. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll try and punch it in. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets them 3. This brings up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. A give to Mitchell, running left. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Has the connection to Odunze. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Blues hoping to grow their lead before halftime. 1st and 10 from the 41. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Still has room inside the 15. Is into the end zone. Touchdown. The Blues grow their lead just before halftime. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Blues double their lead to 14.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Blues are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Completed to his running back. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Shotgun now, 1st round. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. On target to Musgrave. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Blues get 4 points to end a lopsided 1st half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Blues stretch their lead to 21.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Into the hands of Walker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing his lands. Cut out left. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lance. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side to Mitchell. And he's brought down for a loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bad when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
That's caught for the first. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Mitchell up the middle. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Tackle made by Myles Murphy. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Now run. This is Mitchell. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by Chop Robinson.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Tight end in motion left. Here's Mitchell. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Now, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
They're set up at the 35 now. This time it's a passing play. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Lance. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it up at the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Blues grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Brown with a return here. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Lance now. Hits his running back. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Pass complete to Walker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
To the air, Lance. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
He's 4A up the middle, and that's about 3. Tackle made by Myles Murphy.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for this. And they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. He beams one deep right side. Big gain downfield. And he's in. Touchdown. The Blues can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. It's a Roma Dudes a touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Blues continue piling onto this lead.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Mitchell on the carry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
At the 42-yard line.
Motioning the tight end left. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's up again. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Taken in by Mitchell, right side. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throw on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now a 4th down staring right at him. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy, and if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
Now it's Lance. He connects downfield on 4. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Well, the win may be lost, but their effort certainly isn't. They're going to try to get this one back after the score. And they recover this one without a problem. The onside attempt fails. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stroud. It's caught. Metcalf. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Blues continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Blues tack on 7 more to their lead.
Raiders 17. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. The give now to Mitchell. And this one is stopped after getting up past the 35. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And they pick him off again. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Blues will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Blues continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Blues continue adding on to that lead.
Raiders 17. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Handoff here to Mitchell. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. This is Mitchell. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to him. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Lance. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for Raiders 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Looking to throw, Lance. And they pick him off again. Has room down the left sideline. And he makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
17. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
On the handoff, here's Mitchell. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Play action on 1st down. Oh, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the defense.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Blues close to extending their unbeaten streak to 6-0. To the line they go. It's second down. Handoff now to the receiver. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And they'll have first down.
8-yard pickup. First down, Blues.
Give now to the running back. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up first down.
First down, San Antonio.
Running this one left. And he's able to get this down to the edge of the red zone. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Another carry for him. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And as we play